We were discussing about network security. We have seen various aspects of network security, the cyber crimes, etc. And now we will see the different cases. And before I go ahead in the book, the names which are being given, they are changed. The only event or what has happened and what action has been taken is being given. So the first one is general intrusions. The case one is sending computer virus worms to invade computer. So how the computer can be invaded, what happened, and there are millions of virus and worms which are there. These antivirus companies, they are dealing with this every second, every minute. So this I love you virus, this comes with an email note. So you have an email, and then you have an email note I love you in the subject line, and it contains an attachment. See, this is the sign of the attachment. So this attachment, there is an attachment, and when this is opened, the result is the message being resent to everyone in the recipient Microsoft Outlook address book, right? So whichever names are there or the email addresses are there in Microsoft Outlook, all those guys will get this message. And apart from this, there is loss of every JPEG, MP3, that is media, and JPEG, this image file and various other file in the recipient hard disk. So the recipient is unaware. Just because some computer virus has attacked you, and because of this, and if you open the email, the other people are subjected to this virus. And since this Microsoft Outlook is widely used as an offline using, you can handle or you can make use of Outlook to get or to see email even if you are not connected to the internet. So this I love you virus, it can spread rapidly from user to user, as I said, how it propagates within a corporation. So on May 4, 2000, this virus, it spread so quickly, so fast, that the email had to be shut down in a number of major enterprises like the Ford Motor Company. This is just one name. So the virus reached an estimated 45 million users in a single day. You can assume what has happened. And this attachment in this I love you virus is nothing but a simple VB script program. So when you open, say by just double clicking it, it finds the recipient Outlook address book, and it resends note to everyone in it, and then try to overwrite. And of course, overwrite means destroying all files like JPEG, MP3, VPOS, JS, JSE, CSS, WSH, SCT, HT. All these files have been attacked and made unusable. And if the user didn't have any backup, then these files are permanently lost. In 1999, a virus which is known as Melissa virus also did the same thing, but it was less harmful in destroying the user file than the I love you virus. The I love you virus also resets the recipient Internet Explorer start page. Means the web page, the browser you use, it is also being attacked, and it also goes to the Windows registry, and it resets it. Internet relay chat, it can spread itself like this. So the created Riomel Ramores and Oneldo Guzman, who created this deadly virus, they were lucky enough to escape prosecution due to the lack of rules for arresting people or writing the malicious code in the Philippines. And the damage was 50 million infections within 10 days. You can see just a simple VB script can harm so many people's lives. Then the case 2 is malware or Trojans. This Trojan has taken its name from a Trojan horse. So the horse in this, we already know from history that while the fighting was going on, so this horse was containing the people who were fighting, and this horse was presented or being placed outside the castle, and the armory and the fighters, they were inside. And once this horse, and they were all sitting inside, and once in the evening after the dark, these people, they came out and they started infecting, or you can say they entered the castle and started overpowering the enemy. So this is a type of computer virus that can be installed on your computer without even realizing. That is what Trojans and malwares are. For example, Trojan would install a keylogger or keystroke logger on a computer. What this will do? This will record all the things you type, like the words and numbers in the keyboard. So if you log into your, say, online bank account, all your login information, the password information, the transaction, these will be recorded by the keylog or keystroke logger. There are various other sophisticated Trojans. They would insert a pop-up page. You'll see an online banking, and you'll see it as a genuine online banking, but it is not. And it will try to trick you into making a payment to somebody else's account. There are other types of malwares also that are able to insert extra fields. These are the fields. There will be extra fields that you put in. So all these extra fields, whatever data you feed, it will go to the person who is doing this mischievous activity. So it is always suggested, you will always see this virtual keyboard on your net banking, right? So you can enter password not through keyboard but through mouse. So this keystroke logger will not work there. And the virtual keyboard is actually designed to protect you from all these spywares and Trojan horses and Trojan programs. Then the case 3 is stealing internet username and password. So Vivan and Arpit, say of a company, computer training institute, reputed company, computer institute, sent emails to different banks, bank officers, right? And posing that the email has come from, say, Microsoft support team, BSNL help desk, etc. That the subject line was double your internet speed. And what they have done is they have actually sent some sort of Trojan sniffer with a disguise of some executable file. So when the recipient, we are normal people, we are very kind people, and we are somewhat ignorant people. We don't think everyone is bad person. So when the recipient like us ran the file, the software called the dial-up security became resident in your computer memory. And when it is resident, it works when the computer is booted. So when the user accessed the internet, the Trojan captured the username and password fields from the screen and sent the mail to the culprits or the people like Vivan and Arpit in encrypted form. So this can also happen. Next is your email fraud. Let us see a diploma scam. You might have seen and heard about quick degree scams like get your degree in 30 days, no study required, turn your experience into a degree. And they would pose, or they'll say that they are accredited and the degree is legal and meaningful also. So this is all scam. Most of these are scam. So this existence of unaccredited, substandard, or say fraud post-secondary education like college, university, graduate schools, this is a global phenomenon. And the existence of unrecognized and fraudulent accreditors, they do this. So the credits and the degree awarded by these unaccredited or say unrecognized, they are recognized by legitimately accredited institutions and official professionals, licensing authority, recognition authorities, or reputed employers. So they pose it like this. So when the scam is exposed that you purchased when you got the degree, you're already out on the street and no one will hire you, because what you have taken, though it seems to be genuine, but it is not. You can be a news exposed as a worthless hack for attempting to buy your degree, and you will be held responsible for the act you have done just in the pursuit of getting a degree. So you may make a list of people who have purchased scam degrees, and I don't want to say that, but you will be also the part of the scam. You are treated as you are also the scammer. So there are various other things like spamming, redirecting websites, and phishing. These are done for personal identity theft. So let us see the phishing. Phishing, one financial institute, it registered a crime stating that there are some persons or perpetrators. They have perpetrated certain acts through misleading emails, and coming from some genuine looking email ID, national bank email ID like this. And these acts have been perpetrated with an intent to defraud the customers of that bank. So the investigation was, and wherever from these emails have come and received by the customers of financial institute, accused were arrested, and the place of offence at Vijayawada was searched for the evidence. One laptop, mobile phone, these all were seized, and which were used for the commission of the crime. The accused which was arrested has used open source code email application software for sending these spam emails. And he has also downloaded the same software from net and then used it as it is. And he employed only BSNL emails to spam the email to customers of financial institute. Because this BSNL email service provider do not have a spam box to block the unsolicited emails. So after spamming emails to financial institute, customer has got the response from 120 customers, of which 80 are genuine, and others are not correct because it do not have debit card details as required for e-bank. So the financial institute customers, those who have received this email, felt that the email actually has come from some financial institute bank. So when they filled the confidential information and then submitted back, that time said information was directed to accused. And this is the problem. This was the fraud. So this was possible because the dynamic link was given in the first page, home page of the fake website. So the dynamic link means when people click on the link provided in spamming email, that time only the link will be activated. And the dynamic link was coded by handling the Internet Explorer on-click event. See, just one event, and the information of the form will be sent to the web server, where this hosting of website is done. So the server will send the data to the configured email address, and then in this particular case, email configured was to the accused email. So when submission of the confidential information, the information was redirected to the email ID of the accused email. So all the information after this phishing, like the username, password, transaction password, debit card number, PIN, mother's maiden name, which he had received through Wi-Fi internet connectivity, or say some I should not name any, which was available on his simple laptop. So the crime was being registered under these acts, and Copyright Act also, which attract the punishment of 3 years imprisonment and fine up to around 2 lakh rupees, which accused never thought of. So please understand that just simple technology can land people who have malicious intent in these terms, and their life will be spoiled. So how does this phishing happens actually? You may see an institution, a regular website, shopping website, popular shopping website. So bulk emails are sent to users asking for their personal data, like the account details and passwords. And when the user actually clicks this link, which we generally do, the replica of the website will open, or while the user is online, a form will populate through an in-session pop-up. So a pop-up will come up. So on updation, the data goes to the person who is a phisher. So post which the user is redirected to the genuine website after this. So now you are on a genuine website, so you don't understand what has happened. So phishers have refined their technology to launch these sophisticated attacks and use advanced social engineering techniques to dupe online banking users. So I would advise just be aware of all this. Then case 6 is hacking. See, Mumbai police has arrested a hacker, maybe some name say Kalpesh, for hacking into a financial website. You will be surprised to know his age. this hacker couldn't break into the main server of the financial institution, which was quite well secured by the financial institution. And this accused person could make some addition to the homepage of the financial website and has added a extra string of text to the news module of the homepage of the website. So police were able to crack the case by following the trace led by the hacker on the web server of the financial institution. This institution has actually maintained a separate server for financial online transaction, and which was very secure. And the website was hosted on a different server which has lesser security. So the culprit was able to break it. So this hacker is a 10th pass youngster. See, he's just a 10th pass, 23 years old. He has done CCNA, MCSE, etc. But he was a computer addict, and he used to do a lot of computer. And he has mostly used the ready-made hacking tools to hack into any website. And he goes to, or he visits particular website on the web, which facilitates him or helps him to see the entire directory structure of that website. Then, using various techniques such as obtaining a password file, he gets into the administrator's shoes or becomes an administrator and hacks the website. So the case has been registered against the hacker under Section 67 of IT Act 2000 and the various sections of IPC, Indian Penal Code. Then cyber stalking, cyberbullying, and sexual exploitation. So we'll see a case about cyberbullying. What happened in April 2001? A person from New Delhi complained to the crime branch, and she came regarding the website amazing.com, and he claimed certain vulgar remarks about his daughter and a few of her classmates. And during the inquiry, the printouts of the site were taken and proceedings were done. And after investigation, you will be surprised that the student of grade 11 and classmate of the girl was arrested. And the juvenile board on November 20, 2003 refused to discharge the boy accused of creating a website with vulgar remarks about his classmate. Then cyber stalking. There are various reported cases which speak of the position of cyber stalking in India also. So the recent being a case, some case of A, who was arrested by New Delhi police. So he was stalking an Indian lady, by illegally chatting on the website MIRC using her name. And he used obscene and obnoxious language and distributed her residence telephone number, inviting people to chat with this lady. So as a result, what happened? This lady started getting obscene calls from everywhere, and people probably talking dirty with her. So in state of shock, she called the Delhi police and reported this matter. The police department did not waste time and swing to the action and traced the culprit and slammed a case under Section 509 of IPC for outraging the modesty of B, Indian child, 2005. And both kind of these stalkers, online and offline, they have a desire to control the victim's life. And majority of these stalkers, these are dejected lovers and ex-lovers who went to harass the victim because they failed to satisfy their secret desires. And most of these stalkers are found to be men and the victim female, ladies, girls. So how do they operate? They collect all the personal information about the victim, like the name, family background, telephone numbers of the residence and workplace, and daily routine, address of the residence and place of work, date of birth, etc. So if the stalker is one of the acquaintances or neighborhood or neighbor or friend or even a family member, he can easily get this information. So if stalker is a stranger to victim, he collects the information from internet sources like social media. So the victim may have filled in while opening the chat or email account or while signing on account with some website. So this stalker may post this information on any website related to the relationship, posing as if the victim is posting this information, invite people to call the victim directly to her phone number. And stalker even use very filthy and obscene language to invite the interested person. And person of all kind from every part of the world who come across this information start calling the victim at her personal phone number, asking for some sexual desires or relationship. And some stalker subscribes the email account of the victim to various pornographic websites, because of which victim starts receiving again emails and calls. And some stalkers keep on sending repeated emails asking for various kind of favors or threatening the victim. This is also being seen. So if online stalking, in this online stalking, the stalker can also approach third party to harass the victim and follow their victim from board to board. So they hang out on some, say, BBs as their victim, and many times posting notes to the victim, making sure the victim is aware that she is being followed. So mentally harassing, and many times they will flame their victim, becoming argumentative and insulting to get their attention. And stalkers will almost always make contact with their victims through email, and the letter may be, say, loving, threatening, or sexually explicit. He may use the various names when contacting the victim, and contact victim via telephone. So if the stalker is able to access the victim's telephone, he or she will make many calls to victim to threaten, harass, and intimidate. He may also track the victim to his or her phone. We'll see a case of cyber pornography. A student of a reputed school was teased by all his classmates for having a pock-marked face, and this student, because of these cruel jokes, he decided to get back to his tormentors. He scanned for photographs of his classmates and teachers and marked them with nude photographs and put them on the website that he uploaded on the free web hosting service. So it was only after the father of one of the girls featured on the website objected and lodged a complaint with the police that any action was taken. So the cyber pornography case, the first case of this kind, the Delhi Police Cybercrime Cell registered a case under Section 67 of IT Act 2000. Then social networking, this is case 10 of 14 years. See, the 14-year is nothing, She has just crossed the kid part. And see, this girl received a Facebook friend request from an older man posing as a boy of her age. 14 says he may be 16 or 17, like. He posed like this, and she accepted it out of curiosity. Everyone does this. So the girl was quickly smitten by the man's smooth online flattery. He was a smart man, so she didn't realize that he was one of the growing number of sexual predators who have been found a new way to exploit the increasing obsession with social media. They exchanged the phone number, and his attention increased with rapid fire texts. So he convinced her to meet at a mall, and she found him just as a charming in person. So they agreed to meet again. After telling her mom she was going to visit a sick girlfriend, she climbed into the man's minivan near her home. And the man, 24-year-old, see, 14 and 24, the difference. This drove her an hour to a town. There he locked her in a small room inside a house with at least 5 other girls aged 14 to 17. She came to know that she was being kidnapped, and she somehow managed to escape. She was quite fortunate, but everyone does not get a chance. So how to protect yourself on social networking sites? Please limit who can see what you post. So if you don't want random users to see your contact information, because everyone in the world can see, so you can limit the publication of the data. Just change your settings or the privacy setting. You can also block users from having any type of contact. One simple and quick setting on Facebook, you can change the increase privacy. So restrict the viewing of your profile only to the users at your own college or only to your friend list. And most social networking sites, they offer various restrict access to personal information, but don't advertise to the world that you're doing what, where, because every time we have a general thought or say that okay, we are doing this, and we just want to inform everyone, so everyone gets informed. Those who don't want, we don't want to inform. So just try to limit your post and see your profile is not so expressive, and limit what you post. This is also important. Don't share things that would make you vulnerable to unwanted contacts, like your email address, physical address, phone number, or stalking. And also, if your friends or connections post such information about you, make sure the combined information on their page is not more than you would be comfortable with strangers knowing, like tagging you every time and posting. There are some the friends who does that. It's important to recognize that once you publish something online, you can't retract it back. So even if you go back and remove this information from the site, somebody would have already seen it, or they may have saved a copy. And there are some search engines cache copies of web pages so that they operate faster. These cache copies can be available in long time after web page has been deleted or altered. So these web browsers also maintain a cache of the web page a user has visited. So the original version of your posting will be stored in someone else's machine. So the bottom line, or the punch line, or the suggestion is, once something is out there is no guarantee you can take it back. Then admission fraud, tracking the cyber crimes. See, this is very important. Okay, you understand this. There is a girl called Anita came to cyber cell with certain complaint. As per the complaint, she registered herself with an admission counselor for admission to a foreign university. So after this registration, she received a call from a lady called Samira, who was working as a counselor. He posed as a counselor with a reputed admission consultant firm in United Kingdom for the interview. So Anita was very happy to hear that her interview was taken on telephone, and she was given a provisional admission letter also through email. Another day, Samira called Anita and told her that she has been awarded the scholarship and she has to start a current account in Axis Bank or HDFC Bank with current account limit up to 25,000. And she agreed, okay, and did the same. So after opening the account, Anita supplied up to 25,000. She agreed and did the same. So after opening the account, Anita supplied the relevant details to Samira. As she was told that the university will deposit 1.9 lakhs in her account, and she will have to withdraw this 1 lakh and will have to deposit same in 6 different accounts, and rest amount will be her scholarship. So 1.9 lakhs, that means 0.9 lakhs will be her and 1 lakh she has to deposit. So she'll get a reward, this scholarship, right? So it happened the same way as told by Samira. Anita checked her account and it was showing credit of 1.9 lakh. Next day, Anita went to the bank and trying to withdraw money and deposit the same to the 6 different accounts. But due to some technical reasons, she could not withdraw the money from her HDFC account having a credit of 1.9 lakh. Anita was in belief that she has already received the money, she has seen the money, and she, from her own pocket, she deposited into 6 different accounts which were in Uttarakhand and Delhi, etc. Next day, Anita went again to the bank to withdraw money, this money, but when she was shocked to hear that her account has been blocked by Lucknow police, as a FIR has already been launched at Lucknow police station against her, and she is the prime suspect. On receiving this complaint, cyber cell started inquiry from the emails and prime suspect. On receiving a complaint, cell, all these emails which are received by Anita, they digged into this. So the full header analysis revealed that the IP address and the same was sent to the mobile operator which ended to her mobile number. So the name and address attached to the mobile number was found to be false, which was supposed to be, say, from Mumbai. So cyber cell collected the login logs of the internet banking account of Mr. Manish. This is again name changed, and found that the money was hacked and transferred to Nigerian IP. And cyber cell registered a FIR. So name and address of the mobile used by Samira were in the name of Nigerian Franklin, and the address was not reachable as she shifted to the new address. And after that, cyber cell started analyzing the logs of Samira and identified the numbers to whom call was made. Finally, cyber cell has 5 numbers to be analyzed, and after a month of analysis was made, finally cyber cell had 5 numbers, and this suspect was traced. So cyber cell had the address of the suspect. The house was raided by the cell at Delhi and seized 6 mobiles and laptops, but accused could not be caught. And lookout notice was issued against suspect. And during investigation, the culprits were identified to be Adida and her lady co-partner. So mobiles and laptops involved in the fraud were recovered from this Adida's house, but he escaped. And after analysis of Adida mobile, cyber cell found the person named Emma to be the prime suspect, providing bank details to him. And document C's also show his relation with him. So this analysis of various content revealed that Emma is superior in the hierarchy of internet job fraud. So Cyber Cell has arrested Emma and his wife from their home. Several bank details, ATM debit cards were recovered from him. At present, this Emma is central jail and facing trial. And his wife, co-accused of the crime, has been given bail because she was pregnant. And court has issued permanent arrest warrant against accused who are still absconding. So Cybercell is trying to identify the properties owned by the suspects so that the frauds, what they have done, can be recovered from them. So let us summarize. The cyberspace is a man-made world that is constantly evolving. It differs from the static physical world as there are no boundaries, no geographical mass, no gravity. So cyber ethics, exploring appropriate and ethical behavior related to online environments and digital media, which includes the plagiarism, which includes the bullying and hacking. Cyber safety defines how we should operate online. So it includes the rules guiding how to keep personal information safe, secure and limited. Cybersecurity involves tasks undertaken on the computer to keep it secure from people who wish to harm and use this data unlawfully. And we can use the antivirus, virus and firewalls. The software copyright protects all the source code, the text material, the graphic images, design, drawings, any link, sound, video, film, files and films. There are various licenses like the open source, the freeware, the shareware and cyberlaw. We have all discussed this. And hackers, these are the people, they have computer programming skills and they use this knowledge to gain unauthorized access to data in your system or computer. While the crackers, they have one motto. They want to modify, disable or destroy the software application. So they use or they mean to harm the software, the hardware using this software or the end user of the software. So this was all about network security. By these various cases what we have seen today, now you are aware what can happen. So you must safeguard yourself, and I hope that you don't fall into any of these situations. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.